We also have with us His Excellency Mr. Edgar Pang, Consulate of Singapore. I request him to please join us on stage. His Excellency Mr. Edgar Pang. You look beautiful, ma'am. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, our next panelist and final panelist on stage to be invited is Mr. Pham San Chao, CEO, Asian Operations MD, Win Group. Can we have on stage Mr. Pham San Chao? Very warm welcome to you, sir. Well, welcoming all our panelists, can we hear a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our panelists from all across the world who have joined us for this panel discussion this evening. And now I request Aparna Devareji to take over the stage. Thank you.
Okay, good evening to all of you. I have great pleasure in welcoming distinguished representatives from Thailand, Malaysia, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Singapore. I'm also very grateful to the Honorable Minister, Uttam Kumar Reddy Garu, Minister for Irrigation and CAD, Food and Civil Supplies, for chairing the session today. I also extend a warm welcome to representatives and officials of the Telangana government, as well as all the participants from various industries and organizations. Many of you have traveled long distances from different parts of the country and the world to be here today. We are especially privileged that the ambassadors of so many ASEAN countries could be here in person to speak to us on strengthening ties between Southeast Asia and Telangana. As many of you know, these ties are not new. There was a flourishing trade between both regions as far back as the 1st century. While we associate the word Ikat with Pochampalli village, very nearby, this word is actually a Malay word, or Mangikat, meaning to tie. The Telia Rumal, a specialty weave of this region, had high demand in Southeast Asia. The Telia technique traveled from here widely to the region of Southeast Asia. Each region there has its own unique Ikat weaves, such as the Sarawak in Malaysia, which is famous for its Ikat, and the most sophisticated and finest Ikat in the world was found in 19th century Cambodia. The warp Ikat techniques from the Deccan, especially with its geometric motifs, became popular amongst weavers all over Southeast Asia. So many things have traveled from here, but they were refined and mastered over there in your countries. Epics, textiles, architecture, and many things, of course, came back. And there was, considerable exchange. It was not a one-way street. If the Deccan had great builders, then the Cambodian Angkor Wat is the high point of this cultural heritage. So many influences, as you can see, back and forth between our cultures. Other historical links include the religions, Hinduism, Islam, and Buddhism. The Satvahana dynasty promoted Buddhism in this region, which is home to many important Buddhist sites, and the brilliant Buddhist dialectician, Nagarjuna. And monks have been traveling from the region to Southeast Asia, and later dynasties such as the Golconda, the Kakatiyas, and then the Golconda Sultanate continued this trade, trading diamonds with the Malay world. So clearly we have seen these linkages historically. People have been traveling, so tourism is not new. So perhaps this is why Hyderabadi travelers are so comfortable in Southeast Asia, because they're going there in such large numbers as tourists. Again, technology transfers are not new. Exchanges have been going on. Technology of the loom, of shipbuilding, of predicting weather patterns and climates. All these exchanges were ongoing, but are now morphing into new and modern forms, such as the exchanges of digital economies, renewable energy, food processing, and so on. The ships that once plied people and goods are now in the air, and it is the aerospace industries which are now the areas of collaboration. Telangana has much to learn from Southeast Asia. The region has seen such a significant rise in per capita income, even though we all started off, post-independence after colonial rule in the same situation. You have achieved high rates of literacy, access to healthcare, reduction of poverty, and a better standard of living for your populations. So this is climate change is a common challenge for you as well as us. but your countries have developed with an aesthetic sense, beauty, and a sense of pride in your cultural heritage. That's why your countries are so hospitable to tourists from here and all over the world. So we have much to learn from you. But Telangana can also offer its own expertise and development in digital services, IT and software development, advanced hospitals and medical care, pharma, aerospace, and film and creative industries. Hyderabad, with its rich and syncretic history, juxtaposing both the ancient and modern, is also the gateway to tourism in this region. And in the end, there's always ikat, the tie that continues to bind. So I now ask our distinguished guests on the panel to please speak and share their perspectives. I request His Excellency Ambassador Dato Muzaffar Shah Mustafa, High Commissioner of Malaysia to India, to begin with his remarks.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, respected moderator. Shri Uttam Kumar Reddy, Honorable Minister of Irrigation and CAD, fellow panelists, business and industry leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be part of the Rising Telangana Summit and to join this panel on Telangana partnering ASEAN. I would like to first and foremost commend the government of Telangana for creating this very good platform that reflects the ambition, openness and confidence in engaging with global partners including ASEAN. This discussion or this event takes place at a particularly significant moment. The global economy today is marked by heightened trade tensions, tariff uncertainties and geopolitical risk. Yet, these challenges are also creating opportunities. In this context, Telangana, ASEAN and Malaysia in particular are well positioned to work together to turn uncertainty and risk into opportunity. Let me begin by mentioning Telangana's economic strength, which stand out clearly to ASEAN and Malaysian business. In little over a decade, Telangana has built a strong reputation for policy stability, transparency, and administrative efficiency. Mechanisms such as TSI Pass, the focus on time-bound approvals and sector-specific industrial ecosystem, send a powerful signal to global businesses. Economically, Telangana is among India's fastest growing state, with a GSDP exceeding 16 lakh crore and a high and rising per capita income. The state's economic profile is distinguished by, for example, like Hyderabad's global stature as an IT and digital innovation hub, leadership in pharmaceuticals, life sciences and biotechnology, anchored by Genome Valley and BioAsia. A growing footprint in advanced manufacturing, electronics, aerospace, defense, and food processing. And of course, a vibrant startup and innovation ecosystem supported by strong academia industry linkages. These strengths make Telangana not only competitive within India, but also highly compatible with ASEAN economies. This brings me to the next point, how Telangana can leverage the strengths of ASEAN. ASEAN today represents a combined market of over 670 million people, deeply integrated supply chains, and one of the fastest growing regional economies globally. ASEAN companies can bring reputable and strong manufacturing capabilities, strong electronics and E&E ecosystem, logistic and port connectivity, experience in regional production networks, and growing capabilities in green technologies and digital services. For Telangana-based companies, ASEAN offers a natural pathway for international expansion, whether through joint ventures, regional headquarters, or supply chain partnership. For ASEAN companies, Telangana offers market access, talent, innovation, and scale, supported by strong state and federal policies in India. At a time when global companies are diversifying supply chains due to trade and tariff risk, Telangana and ASEAN together can position themselves as trusted and complementary partners in global value chains. I would like also to touch on recent development in ASEAN, particularly under Malaysia's chairmanship, with the theme of inclusivity and sustainability. Malaysia's chairmanship of ASEAN places strong emphasis on greater regional integration, not only working with ASEAN member states, but also with ASEAN partners, with focus on the following: strengthening regional economic resilience, facilitating trade and investment flows, advancing the ASEAN digital economy framework, and accelerating green growth, sustainability, and energy transition. ASEAN is so committed to deepening engagement with India, recognizing India's role as a major growth engine and strategic partner. India is already ASEAN's sixth largest trading partner, and there is a growing emphasis on trade, investment, technology collaboration, and sub-national partnerships, including with progressive states like Telangana. These developments create a favorable regional environment for greater ASEAN-India and ASEAN-Telangana economic interaction. Specifically for Malaysia, Telangana, and Malaysia-India relations, Malaysia and India enjoy a comprehensive and fast-forward-looking partnership underpinned by strong trade, investment, and people-to-people ties. Malaysia is well positioned as a gateway to ASEAN, a hub for electronics, digital services, logistics, Islamic finance, and halal industries, and a partner in green technologies and smart, sustainable solutions. From Malaysia's perspective, Telangana stands out as a natural partner at the state level. Malaysian companies operating and engaging with Telangana have shared positive experiences, citing the availability of skilled talent, responsive state agencies, and collaborative ecosystem. Malaysian firms are already engaged in Telangana across IT and digital services, engineering and consultancy services, healthcare-related solutions, and participation in flagship platforms such as BioAsia. This engagement will, while still growing, that cooperation is practical, implementable, and mutually beneficial. Looking ahead, there is significant potential for us to promote joint ventures and co-innovation in life sciences, digital health, and advanced manufacturing. Expand collaboration in electronics and electrical supply chains and green technologies. Support Telangana companies using Malaysia as a base to access ASEAN market, and position Telangana as a key Indian partner in ASEAN evolving regional economic architecture. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, in a world of rising global uncertainty, with Telangana's economic strengths and ASEAN regional dynamism offer a timely convergence of opportunity. Malaysia stands ready to work closely with the government of Telangana, industry leaders, and institutions to translate shared ambition into concrete outcomes in trade, investment, innovation, and sustainable growth. With that, I thank you very much.
Thank you, His Excellency Dato Mustafa, for your comments. I now request the Honorable Minister Uttam Kumar Reddy Garu to please address the panel.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to welcome you all to the historic summit. Today, the Telangana, the youngest state of India, embarks on an ambitious development agenda aligned with Viksit Bharat 2047 to become a USD 3 trillion economy by 2047 and contribute 10% to India's GDP. Telangana Rising 2047 vision is not only about economy and numbers, it is about equity, inclusiveness, and sustainable growth. It is about being globally connected, innovation-driven, investment-ready, and culturally vibrant. Our strategy is clear. Build a future anchored in net zero, develop world-class infrastructure through first of its kind statewide spatial planning, invest massively in human capital, and create high-value opportunities for all. And in this journey, ASEAN countries, particularly Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam are our natural partners. Your rise as tiger economies have been driven by your agility, manufacturing strength, strategic openness to trade, human capital excellence, and bold economic reforms. Telangana's own vision is inspired by these values. Telangana's ties with ASEAN countries have been growing from strength to strength in recent years. Whether it is the thriving flow of tourists from Telangana to Bangkok or Bali or Phuket or Phuket Islands. The expanding cooperation of oil palm mission with Malaysian and Indonesian companies. The growing export linkages in agri-products with Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia. The increased investments in pharma and life sciences with Indonesia and in GCCs and data centers with Singapore. Our ambitious 2047 vision document provides fresh impetus to the Telangana-ASEAN partnership and offers immense opportunities for growth in several areas. I would like to particularly highlight tourism, trade, technology, and talent sectors. Tourism. Telangana is home to a rich confluence of heritage, culture, cuisine, and spiritual destinations. Some of you have witnessed Buddhavanam this morning and have witnessed firsthand the strong Buddhist heritage of our state. Through targeted partnerships with ASEAN's thriving travel market, we seek to promote Telangana as a leading destination for medical tourism, ecotourism, spiritual and cultural circuits. Trade and investments. As global supply chains diversify, Telangana offers a strategic base with robust logistics, plug-and-play industrial parks, rapidly expanding export ecosystem, transparent policies, and fast-track clearances. We invite ASEAN companies to collaborate and invest in pharma, electronics, textiles, agri-tech, food processing, renewable energy, and green mobility solutions. Sectors where both regions for high technology. Equipped with our new AI and quantum strategies, Hyderabad is in the forefront of developing and adopting frontier technologies. Our shared focus and strengths in these areas opens up opportunities for co-creating new global solutions. Talent. With massive investments in education, R&D, and skilling, we are making Telangana's workforce ready for the world. We would like to work with ASEAN countries on tailor-made partnerships for skilling and talent mobility. I'm happy to share that today we have signed two major MOUs with ASEAN multinational companies. Win Group from Vietnam has committed to invest rupees 25,000 crores, that is nearly 3.5 billion USD, in solar plants, EV and energy storage and industrial townships. AGIDC from Singapore will be investing nearly rupees 70,000 crores, that's about 8 billion USD, to set up AI-ready data centers in Telangana. This is a clear reiteration of their trust in the Telangana growth story. I'm sure we'll unlock much more such mega projects in the near future. As Telangana rises towards 2047, we look to the ASEAN Tigers not just as economic partners, but as collaborators in creating new supply chains, new technologies, and new opportunities for our young populations. I look forward to your feedback and your suggestions in taking our partnership to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you to the Honorable Minister for his remarks. I now request His Excellency Ambassador Nguyen Thanh Hai, Ambassador of Vietnam to India, to please address his comments. Oh, he's not here. I think, unfortunately, he could not make it this evening. But we will ask Her Excellency, Ambassador Chavanat Thangsupan, to please, yes, whatever you prefer.
Hello. Namaste and Sawadi Naka. Honorable Minister, Excellencies, distinguished guests and participants. It's a genuine honor to be part of the Telangana Rising Global Summit. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the Governor of Telangana and Honorable Chief Minister Revan Reddy for the gracious invitation. It's a pleasure to be here in the vibrant city of Hyderabad. Today's session on ASEAN-Telangana relations is timely and relevant. ASEAN continues to grow as a key economic partner for India. And within ASEAN community, Thailand stands ready to play a prominent role as India's gateway to the region. As Dr. Mustafa already said, that Southeast Asia together, we have like 670 million people, so I think you're gonna be beneficial to this market. And we also interested in having opportunities to become your partner in IT manufacturing, pharmaceutical, food processing, agri-innovation, healthcare, smart logistics, and the startup ecosystem. Telangana's vibrant innovation culture aligns well with Thailand's ambition to become a more value-driven and technology-empowered economy. Our Act West strategy and India's Act East policy align seamlessly, making our cooperation both natural and strategic. This momentum was reaffirmed during the official visit of His Excellency Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Thailand in April this year, when both sides elevated the bilateral relationship into a strategic partnership. This was followed by the recent visit by my Foreign Minister, His Excellency Mr. Sihasak Phuongkietgao, from 29 November to the 2nd of this month, during which he met with the co-founder and executive chairman of Bharat Biotechnology Company here. And we explore the potential collaboration such as positioning Thailand as a vaccine manufacturing and distribution hub for the Southeast Asian market. And actually, Bharat Biotech Company already have trial his vaccine, chikungunya vaccine in Thailand. And It's very successfully done, and I hope that Thailand going to be the first manufacturing hub for this chikungunya vaccine of the Bharat Biotech company. And as I mentioned about this development, it will undoubtedly energize our efforts to expand cooperation across all sectors, while also supporting Telangana's ambition to emerge as a major global investment hub, reflected in the state's impressive 10.1 GDP growth, as Honorable Minister has already mentioned. Telangana's strength in IT, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, food processing, advanced manufacturing, and even world-class tourism, as I have seen by myself, by my own eyes, yesterday and today, as well as it has been showcased during this year's Miss World pageant, in which Miss Opal Suchata from Thailand was elected, highlight the state's dynamic potential. And Thailand also sees vast opportunities in food, culture, cinema, and creative industries. As for food, Nara Thai restaurant runs by Aditya Bela Group, which already have 2 outlets in Mumbai and recently just opened the new one in Delhi, will open its chain in Hyderabad by the end of this month. So now you can enjoy Thai food at home. And Thailand remains a favorite filming destination for Indian producers, and with Tollywood's dynamic film ecosystem, we can further expand joint productions and film school exchanges, and also youth and sport programs. In the hospitality sector, one of Thailand's strongest assets, we stand ready to partner with Telangana to craft new tourism circuits that celebrate our shared history and showcase the rich cultural traditions that connect our peoples. Ultimately, ASEAN-India cooperation is a story of shared growth and shared prosperity. Frameworks such as ASEAN-India Free Trade Area and ATICA provide a solid foundations for expanding trade and investment. For Thailand in particular, we have MOU on trade and investment with the government of Telangana signed on the 11th April 2022, serve as a practical mechanism for driving forward mutually beneficial initiative. I'm confident that today's dialogue will open new pathways linking our industries and businesses and, of course, our people. Thailand remains firmly committed to deepening its partnership with Telangana. And thank you everyone once again for your warm hospitality, and I look forward to enhanced cooperation and many fruitful outcomes from this summit. Thank you, Dhanyawad, Khap Khun Kha.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for very detailed comments about what the investments have been going on, what the collaboration has been. I think it was very useful, so thank you so much. I now request His Excellency, Mr. Edgar Phang, Consul General of Singapore, to please give his comments. Thank you.
Good evening to the Honorable Minister on the dais and to the Excellency ambassadors who are here and our distinguished moderator. Excellencies on the floor together with other delegates, good evening. Thank you for the opportunity that I have been given here to share some thoughts on ASEAN-India and ASEAN-Telangana relations. I think at the onset, I think it's important to view the broader ASEAN-India relationship in its full context. ASEAN and India share long-standing ties, with a long history of civilizational ties between the two of us, grounded in trade and cultural exchanges over a long period of time. Now, building on these foundations, both regions have come together today to foster even closer ties in areas such as trade and goods, connectivity services, and digital connectivity. Looking forward, among the different future-forward areas that both of us can work on, just two examples, digital and sustainability and green energy. In the area of digital, ASEAN is trying to integrate our economies within ASEAN with a digital economy agreement. Now, if we can do that together with India, it will potentially yield a lot of new opportunities. ASEAN is also trying to connect ourselves with an ASEAN power grid and to link ourselves up more in terms of sustainability and green energy. This is certainly an area that we can work together more with India. In terms of the global context, ASEAN and India, along with the Northeast Asian growth engines, I think at this point is becoming the center of gravity of the global economy. It has been shifting towards Asia over time. So I think there is great strategic economic imperatives for closer ASEAN-India ties. We want to work and cooperate with India deeper in its Act East policy, and Singapore will do our part to facilitate this closer links within ASEAN and India. Now, narrowing the focus a little bit and looking at 2025. 2025 is the ASEAN-India Year of Tourism. I think in this regard, I think we have worked together to undertake several initiatives to strengthen our tourism cooperation, including sharing best practices and sharing of resources and facilities. I'm also pleased to see that the visitor arrivals from India to ASEAN has been increasing over the past years. India also supported ASEAN's efforts in tourism sustainability by inviting ASEAN to participate in India's Travel for Life program to promote environmental, economic, social, cultural sustainability. I think these efforts will better equip our tourism sectors to reach our long-term sustainability objectives. ASEAN looks forward to working even closer with our friends from India to address challenges and explore new opportunities in the field of tourism sector. I think for Singapore, India is one of our key tourism markets. The Singapore government and our companies like Changi Airport Group has been keen to work together with state governments to develop ideas and programs to sustain and grow tourism flows. Specifically for Telangana, Singapore is very well connected with many direct flights to Hyderabad. The Singapore Tourism Board, we recognize the potential in Hyderabad. In 2024, the Singapore Tourism Board brought more than 50 Singapore companies to Hyderabad for business networking opportunities, attracting over 200 local participants in B2B engagements. We also have authorized visa agents in Hyderabad, which makes it easier for the residents of Telangana to visit Singapore. We hope to continue strengthening our ASEAN-India supply chain integration in many areas, especially as we adapt in this heightened period of uncertainty. One area is technology, for which Telangana is one of the leading Indian states. Now, under the digital economy, the Reserve Bank of India has joined the Phase 4 of ASEAN's Project Nexus in July 2024. This will improve the cost, speed, access, and transparency of cross-border payments. So we welcome India's participation in ASEAN digital economy as ASEAN works to conclude negotiations on our digital economy framework agreement. So I think both areas can also explore many other new areas such as food processing and manufacturing, which could boost investments in Telangana and contribute to overall economic growth in both our regions. I'd just like to end on a note by congratulating the Telangana government for the successful conduct of the Telangana Rising Summit. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency Mr. Pang. Again, mentioning key areas like green technology, tourism, digital services. I think there's a lot of collaboration with Singapore from this region. So that was very useful that you highlighted that. I now ask Mr. Pham Son Chao, MD CEO, Win Technologies, Win Group Asia Operations, to please speak to the audience.
A very good afternoon, the Honorable Minister, distinguished member of Dais. Let me begin by expressing my sincere congratulations to the successful hosting of the first Telangana Rising Global Strategy Summit. I think that this summit is a little bit overdue. We have been waiting for that, and I think that we should organize that more often so we can come and share our thoughts about how to contribute to your ambitious plan of contributing 10% of the total GDP of Vietnam, of India by 2047. As you just mentioned in your speech, Vin Group decided to invest in Telangana 27,000 crore, which is $3 billion US. So this is the biggest ever investment by one Vietnamese company overseas. And it is also the biggest investment by a Vietnamese company in India. Although we have already invested nearly 4,000 crore in Tamil Nadu, completing the factory of VinFast in Tamil Nadu. For the audience, I was before Ambassador Vietnam to India for 4 years, and after that I became CEO of VinFast for India, and now I became CEO of Vin Group for Asia. And I just want to share with you 3 stories which brought me and brought the Vin Group decisions to make that huge investment in Telangana. So the first story came back about 6 years ago when I was the ambassador in Delhi, and I got invitation from the National Museum of India. And they invited me to come and to see a beautiful collection of Nizar family. So I took the invitation, I came there, and I was surprised to see such beauty and amazed by the beauty of this collection. I was before ambassador in Paris, in France, and also in Belgium and the European Union. I am very used to beauty things and royal things. So I was amazed. And after that, I left a very beautiful letter to the museum saying that it is beautiful. And then the family of Mr. Nizar contacted me. And since then, the story of my better understanding of Nizar family and of Hyderabad started. Telangana started. And then we increased our exchanges. And then we decided that, Mr. Sultan Nizam, once upon a time, was the richest man in the world, even richer than Rockefeller in 2030. At that time, he had $2 billion US, equivalent to nearly 300 billion US today. So with that narrative, I started attracting my people from Vietnam to learn about Telangana and Hyderabad. So this is the first story. The second story, during my visit to the statue Buddha in the Hun Sen Saga Lake, I learned that statue, at first attempt of installation, it fell into the water. And then it took 2 years for the government of Telangana to be able to take it up and install it. And it's one piece of rock. And we come from a Buddhist country. So we think, we like to travel to Bihar and in order to see the place where Lord Buddha got enlightened. And also we went to Nepal, the ambassador of Nepal was here, where Lord Buddha was born. So I think that this is another narrative for the Buddhist believer like Vietnamese people. So I spread the news again, and people start thinking about, Buddha in the past, he suffered too much. And now even when he became a stock road, and he also suffered, he could not get installed at one attempt. So that kind of narrative continued to attract Buddhists coming into this part. And then we decided that I said that I need to work something, and finally I made it. I made a direct flight between Hyderabad and Ho Chi Minh City, and Hyderabad and Hanoi. And now we just joined Singapore Airlines, Malaysia Airlines, and Thai Airways to become the 4th country in Southeast Asia to ensure the connectivity by air between Hyderabad and the 2 cities in Vietnam. And the third story came when we have a pandemic, And at that time, every country were isolated, and we badly need vaccine. And then we know about Bharat technology, Ambassador Thai just mentioned, and I decided to invite both Mr. Krishna Sula and his spouse, Shusha Krishna, to come to my residence, have a nice party, and we decided to ask the government of India to allow us to buy vaccines from them. And with a special permit from the government of India, we got some vaccine and we were able to cure some of our COVID victims. And then it's another chapter open. So we start working on pharmaceutical. So we grow a lot of herbs, and that medical herbs are very good for production of pharmacy here. So we start working, and we invite to go to Vietnam to strengthen that cooperation. So that story, that mishap allow us to know each other, to understand each other, and from there we start the cooperation in medical and pharmaceutical. And finally, I think we have visited the beautiful city of Hyderabad. I was before Ambassador to UNESCO and Deputy Chief of the Executive Council of UNESCO. I like traveling. I have covered 27 out of 38 state and union territory in India. I love many UNESCO sites, and 1,000 Pillar Temple is one of my favorite. And I follow the process of having it nominated in UNESCO in 2021 when I was still there. And I interact with my former colleague in Hanoi. I asked them to support the inscription of the 1,000 temple on the UNESCO list. So with that, I think that now is the time for me to decide something for Telangana in a bigger way. Then I convinced my group to look into the opportunity here. And here today, we are able to sign a most comprehensive agreement with one single state, overseas, apart Vietnam, in order to develop everything ranging from a very big smart city to we also launched the taxi fleet. We are going to invest in technology. We invest in green energy. We are going to invest also in hospital, in school and university, in Vinuni, and also in green charger, in order to make a very green city in Hyderabad and in Telangana, because we want to preserve the beauty of this land, a blending of different religions, Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu, and also the blending of different architecture from Turkish, from Persian, and also from the modern arts. So with that, I would like to share the very specific story from Vingroup, which is the biggest conglomerate in Vietnam, which is considered like Tata and Adani combined in Vietnam. And we want to share our success story in Vietnam to Telangana people, so that together we can help you to make your dream come true, 10% of the total GDP of India by 2047. With that, I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think you have spoken very well, and we thank you for the MOU you have signed today. And I'm sure you'll have your experience of doing business in Telangana will be very good. And for the ambassadors from all the ASEAN countries, I'd like to just reiterate at the end that not just India, but Telangana itself has many good spots of Buddhist tourists. And all your countries are directly linked to Hyderabad. I think we should work more and more on tourists from your country coming to Hyderabad. There are very landmark Buddhist centers here. Because I think there are in the flow of tourist traffic, far more Telanganites come to your country than from your country to here. So we also like to seek your cooperation in encouraging tourism from your countries to Telangana. Thank you very much.
We thank all the distinguished guests, your excellencies, for your very detailed comments about the sectors in which you are collaborating. We thank the Honorable Minister for your remarks. I now hand it over for the...
Thank you so much, everyone present on stage, for all your valuable insights and inputs. Thank you so much for being here on stage. And now I request Uttam Reddy Garu to felicitate our panelists here on stage. Firstly, His Excellency, Mr. Muzaffar Shah bin Mustafa, High Commissioner of Malaysia to India. Her Excellency Shavna Thang Sung Phant, Ambassador of Thailand to India. His Excellency Mr. Edgar Pang, Consul General of Singapore. Mr. Pham San Chao, CEO Asian Operations MD Wind Group. Indeed, the discussion was very precious because every word that they said truly means a lot. Especially this collaboration is just not about economic growth. It is about people. It's about young entrepreneurs finding their platform, shared solutions, investors identifying transformative ideas, cultures coming together. It's a partnership which is totally built on trust, built on innovation, and that promises progress for all of us. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this evening. And we end this evening session, our panel discussion, our collaboration and partnering of Telangana with the ASEAN Tigers. Hoping to see you all with the same vibrant faces to learn, explore and share many more such meaningful collaborations tomorrow, exactly at the same venue here. Please join us as we celebrate the Telangana Rising Global Summit 2025 here in the Bharat Future City. See you all tomorrow, and we shall start our sessions tomorrow, 10 a.m. sharp in the morning. Hoping to see you all soon. Thank you. Good night. Have a great evening. Much.